Hi. Hello, everybody. I decided to make another video. I was looking at the 2008 depression, you know, and you guys been scammed. The corporate people has scammed you in this world. The corporate and government people has scammed you because the economy is not real. The economy is not real. And you guys worry about having a job. It's funny about, in this reality, in this reality, you know, you guys believe in this reality that the economy is real. I mean, economy is nothing but a fucking scam. You know, you've been scammed by the greedy gold diggers in this world. It's like they force you out of your house. They force you out of your house. That's the typical greedy gold digging way of life is that they love forcing you out of your house and they make money off of it. They make money. And then you wonder why the stocks exchange, you wonder why the people who work in the stocks exchange making millions of dollars when the economy goes down. Come on. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 1 plus 2 equals 3. You think about the people who are in the stock exchange making billions of dollars while the economy is going down. And everybody else around them just suffers. So you tell me, you've been bamboozled because you believe in the economy. You believe these greedy gold diggers and way of life. If you took the economy, if you erased the economy completely, you wouldn't have to worry about losing your job. You wouldn't have to worry about losing your job, and you wouldn't have to worry about rushing. You wouldn't have to worry about rushing. You wouldn't have to worry about having pressure on you. But these fuckers, these greedy gold diggers, the way they function, these mental psychopaths that they are, I mean, they are psychopaths. That spreads this whole economy bullshit. They spread the economy bull crap. It's like, yeah, the economy. You've been scammed. I mean, the economy itself is a scam. It's funny. The ones who are on very top of the pyramid controls the economy. Okay, the ones on the top of the pyramid controls the economy. So they, yeah, like you said, they make a choice on who lives or who dies. And it's like and it's funny about how much these dumb motherfuckers, I'm going to tell you, these dumb motherfuckers who believe in the fucking economy. I mean, you have to be a fucking dumb motherfucker to believe in the economy because you're so gullible and so stupid to even believe in the word economy, Yeah, it's like you go back into depression, you go back to the depression and you go back to 2008 and you wonder, it's all controlled. Because it's the same old fucking pattern that they play. It's the same old fucking pattern that they play. When the economy goes down the shithole, they do exactly the same thing. Kick people out of houses. Repo the cars. It's funny, the economy, it's funny about depopulation in this world, that the elites want to depopulate us. So in order to control humanity is controlling the economy. I mean, it's not that really hard to figure out about depopulation. If you can control the economy, that means you can control the human beings in this world. And people, these stupid ass motherfuckers says, "Oh, I'm not controlled." That's one thing I hate about hearing these stupid motherfuckers that say, "Oh, I'm not controlled. Nobody controls me." Yeah, you fucking piece of shit don't even know that you are controlled. Because if you believe in the economy, then you are controlled. That is, I mean, If you believe in the economy, you are fucking control, whether you like it or not. If whether you don't want to hear it or not, but that's the truth. You know, you got Americans. They are their own scammers when it comes to the economy. Americans, they are their own scammers because they make money. When the economy goes down, they make money. It's like, yeah, that when the money goes down, they make money. They make money big time. On people who believe in the economy. It's like, it's funny. I want to make this video proving, you fuckers, you mentally ill motherfuckers who believe that the economy exists. It's just words. Economy is just a word. And basically it just fucks everybody's mind. How economy is like a manipulation. It's a mind manipulation. They like to fuck you to put fear on you. It shows you how stupid you really are. I mean, you got to be the most dumbest fuck to believe that the economy does exist, because and you have to be the most dumbest fuck to believe in competition, I mean, we got, for living on one planet, you are the most ignorant motherfucker to believe that the economy exists. You got that, only a dumb motherfucker like you who believe in the economy. Yeah, you're the dumbest. Not to realize that it doesn't exist. You talk about scammers, right? The people in the stock exchange are nothing but scammers. People who buy and sell houses are scammers. The banks are the biggest scammers because they can give you a house and take away your house. That's the whole idea. What the economy is designed for. They could they could give you and take it away. They could take it away whatever they want. And you guys talk about positivity. You talk about your positive reality of this because you're based on your life on the economy. You don't have a fucking life when you have an economy. You really don't have a fucking life when you have a fucking economy, it's funny. It's like the economy. It's like it's like all these corporate assholes out there. These corporate assholes, they're all fucking manipulating or part of the manipulation. They're being manipulated too. I'll tell you, all these corporate assholes are all being manipulated to believe that the economy exists. It is funny how they pass it on down to the poor people. We pass it on down to the poor people and all that shit. You guys, it's like you guys are there's something wrong with you fuckers out there. There is something wrong. You say I'm fucking mentally ill. Look at you fuckers out there kicking people out of houses. Because it's funny when I was looking at 2008, people were crying. People were crying when they were leaving that house. So you gotta be a most negative motherfucker to kick people out of houses. You have to be a most negative motherfucker to kick people out of houses. And you talk about life in your greed. Greed. Only the greedy motherfuckers would kick people out of houses. Only a greedy motherfucker like you, who believes in this economy bullshit, would kick people out of houses. And you call that positive? You gotta be fucking high. You think I'm crazy. Look at you. Look how crazy you fuckers are who believes in this bullshit. Indian scammers. Indian scammers to a corporation, they're exactly the same. The Indian scammers compared to the corporation are exactly the fucking same because we're always being scammed every fucking day by you fuckers by raising up the interest. The artificial, the interest is nothing but artificial because somebody else can control it. Just like everything around us is all artificial. Somebody is always controlling the prices, So reality, you live on one planet. The reality check, you live on one planet. You have to be a dumb motherfucker to believe that you live on one fucking planet, and every human being on this world is pretty much idiots and morons. I realize how much idiot and morons these human beings are. It's funny. I'm laughing at your face right now, seeing how stupid you really are. Because you all fight amongst yourself. You all say you're better than somebody else. It's like you're all in competition for nothing. Basically, that's the whole idea, is to keep you guys in fear. Economy is based on fear. That's what it does. When you kick people out of your house, if you kick people out of houses, you put fear onto people. If a woman is crying and she can't afford to pay, that's fear. That's the realistic. That's fear that you put on, and you guys don't realize that you're doing it, and you think that's all good. So there's something wrong with you. I mean, I think you're fucking cuckoo. Who believes in the economy? I think you're a fucking cuckoo. I think there's something mentally wrong with you to believe in this bullshit. So I realize how much a dumb motherfucker this fucking world is. How stupid these fucking human beings are, because they are fucking dumb as fuck. And they're so gullible and so easy to control. Hint, easy to control / economy. It's like I'm laughing at you right now. How stupid you are. I'm laughing at you. How much ignorance that you really are, that you think this is positive. It's funny about you greedy motherfuckers out there that put fear on people. You definitely have a mental problem. Spreading your negativity, spreading, all because you want wealth. All because of wealth. It's funny, when all the houses are all vacant and available, they make money. They were making money. Even in Katrina, these fucking corporate goonheads were making money, because they want to kick all those people out of their houses. So yeah, they're always gonna make money, no matter what. The economy is to somebody's advantage. So the economy is basically to somebody who controls the fucking stocks. Stock, to me, everything's artificial. I realize that the economy is nothing but is artificial. It's not real, And yeah, that's the reality check. And we got dumbasses. We have dumbasses on this fucking planet that likes to fucking live in their own fucking planet, We always got dumbasses. We always have to have one dumbass. We always have, America has a lot of dumbasses. I can tell you right now, America has a lot of dumbasses because they like to go in denial. There you go, denial. That's one thing that they don't realize, that denial is because they don't want to take their responsibility, for humanity. I mean, they don't want to take responsibility for humanity. These corporate goonheads. They don't want to take responsible. They don't want to take responsible for anybody, especially poor people. Poor people have it hard. I can tell you right now that if the economy goes down, yeah, poor people are fucked. I can tell you, and they're gonna be kicked out of their fucking houses because of these fucking greedy ass gold diggers. These greedy ass gold diggers are gonna kick the poor people out of their houses because they can't afford it. So yeah, the economy is a setup. Economy to me is a fucking setup. For humanity's failure. That's what they use it for. It's like being harvested. Your fear is being harvested because of these greedy ass gold diggers who believe in the economy. Your fear is harvested because because these greedy ass gold diggers are embracing the economy. So yeah, I'm going to tell you, you guys, the economy is nothing but a fraud. I'm going to tell you that for point blank at you. The economy is nothing but a fraud. Just like all the other the greedy gold diggers, they're all frauds in this world. They spread the fraud around, if you notice that. You notice they raise the interest and everything they do to to spread their fraud because they like to make the high interest. So yeah, so they're feeding off your fear. That's that's what the economy does. That's what all these greedy gold diggers do. They like to feed off your fear, and they enjoy it. I could see that now. I could see how much enjoyment they feed off of other people's fear. How much they laugh at these poor people trying to fucking can't live in their fucking house. And I realize how much they put down the poor people, that live in their fucking house, because they do put them down. So these frauds put poor people down, and they are the creator of the poor people. They are. It always starts with the greedy gold digger who created the poor people. We can always go back in time and show you the beginning of how poor people. I mean, poor people have always been here in America. You can see where it starts. You can see where poor people starts in America. The colonial days. And then the African slaves, the African slaves, and I found that there was Scottish slaves and the Irish slaves. There was all kinds of slaves, as long as they're not perfect looking. They have to be a perfect white person, because they don't want in a perfect white person, Irish or Scottish, because they're not perfect enough. Because they up in North Carolina, they had this perfection white person bullcrap up there. I found something like that. They had a little fucking advertisement, saying they want their perfect white English looking person, So it's kind of weird that I find these little things that which kind of like catch them off guard when you see all this shit, yeah, black people had it hard. I'm going to tell you, black people had it hard, and these liars, these gold diggers, are nothing but liars. Because that's all they did is lie. They lie a lot, They are greedy gold diggers are compulsive liars, and there's something wrong with their fucking head, That's why they have an easier time in life, Greedy gold diggers have more easier time in life than any other race, They, even on the other side of the country in Africa, you see greedy gold diggers over there having an easy time in life. I'm sorry to say that, but they had an easier time in life. Even the black people, the rich black people there got, easier time too. It's funny, they're kicking out all the colonials out of Africa. If you see how that is, there's a pattern here where everybody have to suffer, because we have to believe in the greedy gold digging way. We have to believe in the greedy gold digging ways of life, and usually it's a negative way of life, because that's what the economy is based on. The economy is pure negativity for everyone in this world, because all the wealth goes up to the one, like I said, all the wealth goes up to the ones on top of the pyramid, and then they kind of like divert the wealth to the dark state. It's like we're paying taxes for two different. Our taxes are paying for two different fucking governments in this world. So yeah, we're paying for two different taxes, and we're working hard. And it's funny that the ones on top of the pyramid do not pay taxes because they invented taxes. The ones on top of the pyramid do not pay taxes because they invented taxes. They're profiting off of taxes too. You got to understand your taxes. You got to profit somehow. So your tax money, you're being profited no matter what, So you got to question these fuckers, these greedy gold diggers. You have to question, because most of the time these greedy gold diggers like to suppress you. That's what they do well. That's the best they do. The best thing they do is distract you is one of them, and they suppress you is another one. That you can see the pattern of these greedy gold diggers. You can see the patterns of what they do, and then they want to avoid the problem. That's another thing that the greedy gold diggers, you gotta be I'm giving you guys warning about these fuckers. They like to avoid, they love avoiding things. They don't want to hear that, so they avoid you. That's a typical pattern that they have. This is what greedy gold diggers do. They love avoiding, people's problems. And instead they like to create more problems. They don't want to fix their problems. and they don't want to face their problems. That's a typical greedy gold digger. They don't want to face their problems, so they want to like write it off. This does not exist. If you understand the mind of a greedy gold digger, it's like denial is the most heaviest thing that a greedy gold digger does in this world. Being in denial, and if they fuck up, they're always going to find somebody below them as an excuse to take their fuck up. They don't want to take responsibility for their fuck up, That's a typical greedy gold digger. They don't want to take responsibility for their fuck up. They don't want to take the responsibility for what they have done on this planet. That's another thing about greedy gold diggers. You don't, greedy gold diggers. They don't want to take responsibility, period. Because they want, like I said, they want to get out of jail free card. And this never happened. Basically, that's the way exactly how these fuckers think. This never happened, and it shows you how pathetic they really are. I mean, it shows you how pathetic they really are, and they don't want to take responsibility for any human beings because the way they in the game of survival of the fittest, in the game of survival of the fittest, greedy gold diggers do not want to take responsibility for it. Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. Gnostic. It's like you can read the minds of the greedy gold diggers. Gnostic, you can read the minds of the greedy gold diggers because in a greedy world, we're all fucked because we have to believe them because they believe in the economy. We're all fucked because these fuckers believe in the economy that really doesn't exist. And you live on one fucking planet, and you're like the only planet in the universe that has an economy. So it shows you how stupid you really are. You're like the only planet in the universe that has the economy. It really shows you how dumb you really look as a human being. Because if I was looking out in space and I see you guys, I say, God, these people are dumb motherfuckers, And here they are fighting amongst each other. Here they are going against each other, racing against each other. You got to be a dumb motherfucker to believe in these fucking idiots, because that's what they are. Greedy gold diggers are nothing but idiots. And you got these fuckers who go and, it's like the denial thing is the most biggest thing for a greedy gold. The denial. I hate that denial bullshit, Yeah, I hate that denial bullcrap, It's like, yeah, the psychological, studying these fuckers. I mean, I've been studying these fuckers for 25 years. I've been studying these greedy gold diggers for 25 fucking years, and I realize how psychopathic they really are. They're like psychopaths, when it comes to money, they're willing to kill for money. That's a psychopath. If you're willing to die for money, you have to be a really dumb fuck to believe that, you to die for money and then turn around when you go to war and you're paying cheap. You're paying like, when I was in the army, I was getting $1,000 a month. So that shows you how much ignorance we are when we go to war. Paying us $1,000 a month. Go and join the army. We get everything paid, food, water, and everything in the barracks. But it's $1,000 a month. It's like shit. You can't do much with $1,000. When I was in the army, as a E4, I was an E4 in the army. It's like it's so ridiculous. Yeah, they always play the victim. That's a typical a typical scam. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. Yeah, I see that a lot. They always make it. They always make the. It's funny that they always play this innocent bullshit when it comes to fucking when everything goes down the fucking drain. When everything goes down the fucking drain, we're all fucking innocent. But it's the corporations. They make you want to feel bad for their ass because we didn't have no job. It shows you how fucking pathetic they really are. When we had to feel sad. Oh, we didn't have no work today. We didn't have this today. We didn't have that today. It's like, oh my God, no, we gotta feel bad now. It's another manipulation. It's another fucking manipulation in this world to make us feel like we have to have a guilt trip, so we have to work hard to make them profit. To make us work even harder for these greedy ass motherfuckers. And these fucking fake ass fucking their fake ass attitude, because basically they have one tone. In a business, when you work in business, you have one tone. You know, you can't be friends in business. I'm going to tell you for a fact. This is the negative part about business. You cannot be friends in business. No way. You cannot be friends in business. You can be associates in business. I mean, you can. Yeah, that's it. You're not allowed to be friends, because that's the whole idea. It's like, plus in business you're segregated too. In business you are segregated, because you got the low end workers, getting paid by the hours, and you got the executives. And it's funny, the executives always get nice things. You notice that the executives always get nice things, and the low end workers driving piece of shit everything. They're always struggling every day. There's a segregation in business itself. There's a segregation in business itself. The ones who have the college degree will have all the nice stuff. They will have a bigger house, the bigger cars. They will always, it's like they will always have nice things. And then versus a poor person, they live in the shitty ass house and have the shitty ass cars. Yeah, there is a segregation. This is divide and conquer right here within the business itself. We are divided and conquer within the business itself. And the people on top, they don't have no compassion for the ones below. Their objective is the profit, and the people below has to keep up the production. They have to keep up with production. They have to keep up with everything else. It's like, for me, I had to be on time. If I don't be on time, we lose the contract. That shows you that, one thing that's funny about it is between the two people on top that creates the contract. All I do is deliver the load. And sometimes in my job I have to do my fucking boss's job, which is his job to do. It's like today, when I was doing my Qualcomm, right? That's not my job. My job is to go point A to point B. That's not my job. His job is supposed to take care of the fucking Qualcomm. It's like, I'm not no expert at this bullshit. I'm just the driver that goes to point A to point B at a specific time. He wants me to do his job, which is not my job. And it's like, and it's funny about these fuckers when it comes to politics too. It's always the one on top, the college education. It's always the one who's college educated that's always fucking with us. That's fucking playing with our fucking life. Yeah, they're smart. Yeah, I can agree with it. They're smart. But it's like, I'm just tired of them telling me how to live my life, and I'm tired of them being. I'm tired of them. I'm sick of seeing them having better stuff, better living. And it's like, I see these neighborhoods. I used to live in neighborhoods like that with my dad. I'm going to tell you, my dad was a colonel in the Army. We were like middle class in the Army, and life as an officer is way better life as an NCO, if you notice the difference. It's like, they want nothing to do with us. The officers are completely different from the NCOs and the enlisted. It's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same thing in this world, that the executives and the poor people are segregated. Even though, it's funny, they do walkarounds, they do inspection and walkarounds, and they create all the rules. They create these insane, these people up top create these insane rules. They're so insane how they create their rules and their policy. And it shows you, that's why I call them the control freaks, because they are. They're all nothing but control freaks, that profit off your fucking fear. That's what they do, Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like they don't tell you shit about the real world. They don't tell these greedy gold diggers. They don't tell you shit about the real world, how you're really treated. They could fire you anytime they want. These executive people, they can fire you anytime they want, especially for poor people. They can. We're it's funny. Executive people, we poor people are a dime a dozen. We are a dime a dozen. I'm telling you, we are a dime a dozen out here. We always can be replaced. There's always going to be another dumb motherfucker out there who are willing to pay, willing to be cheap. They don't want to pay us in this world. They don't to make a profit. The whole objective is to find the cheapest worker. I mean, it's really common sense to know that the whole idea of having a business is to find the cheapest worker who's willing to fucking be dumb enough to work for these fuckers. You have to be really dumb enough to work for these fuckers. Yeah, I know. And then when it comes to English, yeah, I know. It's funny about how we have to be corrected on how we speak, and then we have to be you have to be a certain way when you're up there. You have to be a certain way. You have a certain etiquette. You notice that when you're up higher, you have to have a certain etiquette. On certain how to behave. And then for us, we're since we have fucking behavior modification. That's perfect, Gnostic. Perfect, exactly. Behavior modification. That's policies. That's why they create policies, because we have to behave a certain way. If we don't behave a certain way, if we don't do as we told, just like a slave is like when you tell a slave what to do, right? You give them certain rules. You always give them certain rules. If they break the rules, they get a whooping. You know, if you break a certain rules, they get a fucking whooping. So the executive people are more your masters. That's why you call them sir or ma'am. That's why you go in the. That's why you're in the army. You call them sir or man. So you're an obedient slave to these fucking masters, because that's what it means. Sir means master in this reality, because they want you to behave a certain way. They want you to be a certain way. So they want to control everything about our lives. So that's why they got the politics. Politics in the economy too. You got the executive ones who are, you got the executive people in politics. You don't see no poor ass motherfuckers in fucking politics. You do not see any poor ass motherfuckers in politics. It's always somebody up above. There's always an executive person, because you notice that everybody in politics are wearing ties. You know that? Don't you notice that everybody in politics are wearing ties? They're so similar to the ones on. So similar to the president and CEO of a business. They're all business-like. Politics is business. That's one thing you got to understand, because somebody's always buying somebody. There's always a corporation buying somebody in politics. It's funny. The ones in corporation are controlling the laws. It's not. Poor people has nothing to do with this. Poor people has nothing to do with the laws. Only the fucking dumbass. That's why they make us dumb motherfuckers down when you're down below. When you're down below, they want to keep you dumb and stupid. That's the whole objective, is to keep you dumb and stupid so they can play their fucking game. In reality, these fuckers are fucking. There's something wrong with these fuckers. And then the economy. Whoever invented the economy. The guy must have been brilliant who invented the economy. YouTube, huh? Yeah, see if I can. Hopefully, you don't get out of fucking live chat. Yeah, the future. The future is always going to be the ones on top. You know. Yeah, the boss. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we're fucked. Poor people. I'm going to tell you, these fucking smart motherfuckers on top. We're fucked. I'm telling you, because we're in their game. I'm going to tell you, all you poor people, we are in their game and we are fucked. Because we have to believe in this fucking fake ass economy. I'm gonna. It's funny. Me, I only have a college education. That's no. I mean, I have a not a college. I got a fucking diploma. I got a high school diploma, and I'm already aware of all this bullshit. I have a high school diploma, and I see right all this through all this bull crap. That's one thing that's so fucked up about this world. That's one thing so fucked up. I only have a fucking high school diploma. And now, for me, I know the economy. I knew the economy was not even real, because there was a lot of times where I was thinking a lot about the economy. It's like, okay, so now I realize the economy is like a machine. Is that somebody is controlling the machine, and it's not us. It's not the poor people. It's the people on top of the pyramid that's controlling the machine. You know. So yeah, there's got to be a change. We need to make a change where poor people can live in harmony. Poor people can live in harmony, because right now we're set up. We're all set up to fail because we believe in these smart motherfuckers. These fucking fake ass economy smart motherfuckers that they are, because they always say be smart. You're gonna go smart this, smart that bullshit. Look, that's a big scam. Smart is a scam word too. I'm gonna tell you guys, smart is a scam word, because that's another manipulation they're doing right now. That's a big huge scam right there. Obey, yeah. You must obey. You must do this. You must do that. If you don't, you're out of the job. So they can play with your life. Poor people, they can play with your fucking life. And poor people. You're the victims. I'm going to tell you, poor people, you are the victims. And these fucking smart motherfuckers, they're the fucking terrorists. They terrorize us in this reality. They terrorize us, because we have to pay the bills. And there's always somebody behind the desk. Like I said, there's always somebody behind the desk who's going to make out scot-free. It's always been this way. It always been this. Somebody behind the desk will always go out scot-free, and sometimes they live in their own misery. I mean, yeah, in the executive world, they hire and fire people too in the executive world. I'm going to tell you that the executives is just another higher level, and they have a higher management. But they hire and fire and lay off a lot up there too. So it's not just the poor people; it's the people in the middle class. And sometimes, and I realize, the rich motherfuckers out there, some of them are pretty dumb. Sometimes their business don't last long, because they pick and choose who. I found out that this reality that they pick and choose who gets to be rich and who gets to be poor. They like you to be rich for a while, because they know how stupid you really are, because they know how fast you was. Poor people like to spend their money like crazy. I'm going to tell you, the pattern of a poor person, they will spend their money like crazy. Well, if they spend their money with these fucking greedy gold diggers, they're making money, Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like gambling, we're all gamblers out here. Yeah, so yeah, the money is nothing but a fucking the economy is nothing but a fraud. I'm telling you fuckers out there, if this video spreads out, you know, I'm telling you fuckers out there, you just been swindled. You've been fraud. You guys been this is the biggest fraud in the world. This is the world's biggest fraud on this planet. The economy is nothing but the world's biggest fraud, and everybody else is falling for it because they believe in it. Just all the stupid fucks out there that believes in the economy. You just been fucking. You just been some. These fuckers out here. These executive fuckers out here. You've been fraud. You guys been fucking scammed. You guys been scammed. This is like the economy is the world's biggest scam. That's what it is. The economy is nothing but the world's biggest scam. And you got all these fuckers you have all these gullible, stupid motherfuckers out there that believes in it, you know? Yeah, you just been fucked. And that's all I can say. All you poor people, you just been fucked. Because these people, it will hurt you in your everyday life. These people, these fucking frauds, these greedy gold digger frauds, will hurt you in life. That's the reality of it. Okay, that is the reality of this world. You know, because it's like, you know, when I look at like I said, but I've been looking at the depressions, you know, and I realize how much a cuckoo they are. They are fucking cuckoo, you know, and they're demented too. And if they're willing to make you go hungry, if these fucking fuckers, these fucking so-called greedy gold diggers, they're willing to make you fucking go hungry in this world because they control, like I said, they control the food and the water. So whoever controls the food and the water controls humanity. That's like having a chain around your fucking neck. You have a chain around your neck, and these greedy motherfuckers who believes in the economy, who manipulates you to believe in the economy, have a chain around your fucking neck, you know? Yeah, you're all debt slaves. All you human beings, you're all debt slaves to the greedy gold diggers. You are all debt slaves to the greedy gold diggers, making money and fucking paying them too. So they win. One thing you gotta understand, that these greedy gold diggers win both ways. You know, it's a cycle. And on how they make their money. It's a cycle, it's constant money for them. And then everybody else is fucked at the end. You know, I mean, they collect, you know, all the way up to the rich assholes. You know, they collect all the way to the rich assholes, you know? And they're always making out, and they're always gonna be on top. And everybody else can go fuck themselves. You know, that's basically how they look at it, you know. You gotta be a selfish motherfucker, you know, who only serve oneself. You don't really service nobody in this fake economy bullshit. You don't service nobody. You only service to yourself. That's it. It's service to self. That's a big, huge negative in this world. This is a big, huge negative if you're service to self, you know? If you can't service others, then you have a problem. This is not your planet. I'm going to tell you motherfuckers out here, you greedy gold digger, this is not your fucking planet. I'm going to tell you that. I'm not going to believe you're fucking fraud. You know, I may live in this fucking fraud. I may live in this fucking fraud, and I'm aware that this is a fraud. But it's like, you know, I can't wait to leave because I know I'm in a fraud, you know. And I got bunches of frauds all around me. I mean, everybody around me is nothing but a fraud. You know, anybody in business is a fraud. You know, because they only service themselves. If your business is about service to oneself, then you're a fraud. I'm going to tell you straight blunt with you fuckers out there. If you're only service to oneself, you are definitely a fraud. Even the government is a fraud. The taxes is a fraud because it's all about servicing to them. They don't really service to others, you know? Like rats and being being a victim. That's what they want to make, you know, that's the victimizing bullshit. You know, it's funny, the poor people are more of the victim than the ones on top of the pyramid. The poor people are the victims because of these service to self bullshit assholes compared to the ones on top. The ones on top are service to self because that's not good. That's not positive. That's not really any positivity at all. It's supposed to be service to all. You know, the real positive is the service to all. You know, but it's not that way because when you're making bill payments, you're really servicing to the rich asshole. You know, I'm all my money is going to the rich assholes. That means that rich asshole's selfish. You know, they don't really have equality compared to the people who are executive and compared to people from on top of the pyramid who has these college education to the ones who don't have a college education. There's no equality in life, you know. There's no equality to life. Yeah. That's why I decided to make the video say economy is fake. I'm going to tell you, the economy is not real. That's why I make this video, because the economy is not real. It does not exist. You know, it's all a fucking sham. It just like everything around, and just like the bills, they're all a sham too. Because if the money, it's funny, if the Federal Reserve is printing fake money, right? Then the people who are collecting the money the money doesn't really exist. So in reality, they never got paid. You know, according to they say if they're committing fraud, if the Federal Reserve is committing fraud, right, and they're not making and they're printing fake money, according to these fucking people in this reality that believe that the Federal Reserve is printing make believe money, then actually our debt is not here. There's no debt. No one is in debt technically, and the greedy gold diggers are trying to keep it real. They want to keep the debt going for real. So yeah, they're more of a they're scared. They're going with the flow with the Federal Reserves that's printing the fake money. So yeah, they're more of the scammer. They're helping the scam. Basically that's what these fucking greedy gold diggers, they're helping the scam. Yeah, they think, we all think we're getting paid. I can see that. We all think we're getting paid because we see the numbers. That's what they want us to believe. They want us to believe that the numbers do exist, but in reality, the numbers don't exist because there's no such thing as numbers. The numbers do not exist because they want us to believe that the number exists. So that's why they're so selfish and so fucking egotistic, because the ones who make out the most, the ones who make more are very egotistic. I'm going to tell you, they're very egotistic. They are definitely narcissistic, cuckoo heads, because that's all they believe is the numbers that really doesn't exist, The number really does not exist, and these fuckers, these gut fuckers starting to spread they're just helpers to spread this belief that the numbers exist, So really, nothing really. It's like I said, this world's not real. The world that we live in is not fucking real. So we have to create a whole new system where everybody's balanced. We have to balance this planet. We have to balance well, I couldn't say wealth. I mean, we still have to rely on the stupid number bullshit thing, so we can slowly get these people out of their addiction. So hold it. So we have to develop a rehab system. We have to develop a rehab system so these people, and then plus they have to give everybody counseling. That's another thing you got to understand. And then we have to give everybody counseling on telling them that everything around you is not real, until you've been scammed. So we have to the first phase would be a rehab system where we just spread the money around, spread the money around so everybody don't get hurt and don't get broke. Take the homeless people and put them in fucking houses, the hunger, and then feed them. I don't give a fuck. I would not give hesitation of putting these fuckers in I don't care what size house they're in, as long as they're in a fucking house, So we have to do a rehab. And then we have to distribute the money so everybody has enough money to buy shit, to survive in this world, survive. And then slowly, when we go through the rehab system, then we slowly get them out of the greedy gold digger system. We have to slowly get them out of the greedy gold digger system and re-educate them. We have to re-educate the people in this world on how not to be a greedy gold digger. We have to re-educate these fuckers on how not to be a greedy gold digger. You know, so that's the only way we have to do. So it's the only way it has to work. We have to develop a world's largest rehabilitation, especially here in America. We need a big, huge rehabilitation in America because they're the most gullible, the most stupid here compared to all the other countries. You know, compared to all the other countries, America's the dumbest. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be straight out blunt with you fuckers out there. You know. Yeah, we have to come up with a rehab system where everybody don't panic. You know, the whole objective is not to make everybody panic because these fuckers, these greedy gold diggers, they're setting up for panic for everybody else, especially the poor people. The poor people are set up to panic. You know, so we have to find some kind of way to develop a rehab center so they can get out of the greedy gold digging ways. You know. Yeah, and they have to realize that they've been fucked by these greedy gold diggers. You know, it's like, yeah, that's what I would do. I'd develop a rehab center, then I make sure everybody's eating, make sure everybody has a food, and make sure everybody has a home to stay in. It doesn't matter what they do, and I know there are gonna be people who's gonna be pissed off. The greedy gold diggers, they're always gonna be pissed off when they see this video. The greedy gold diggers will all be pissed off when they see this video. You know, because they're so they're so damn dumb. They're so stupid. You know. You can be the host of the parasite. Yeah, exactly, Florida. Exactly, freedom. Shit. The host or the parasite. That's a good one. Yeah, we do have a parasite. I'm sorry to say that, freedom, that we do have parasite in fucking America. The greedy gold diggers. The greedy gold diggers are the parasites. You know. And they're just spreading their fucking negativity. They're spreading their selfishness all around, and they don't want to. They don't want to share. So they only want to serve themselves. That's it. You know, they're the true parasite. Greedy gold diggers are the true parasites in this on this world. They're the most gullible, the most stupid, the most dumb, the most selfish, and they're warmongers. You know, and they like war, and they believe war is real. Yeah, they believe the war is real. And it's like, you being fucked. You know, there's somebody at the top of the pyramid is fucking with us in our head to believe in these fucking wars. You know, the one in Iran? You know, the war in Iran? It's not real. I'm going to tell you, the war in Iran is not fucking real. Somebody's trying to motivate somebody over there. They're trying to motivate somebody in Iran to cause a war. So there's an implant. There's somebody in Iran, there's an implant there trying to cause a war in Iran. I'm going to tell you that's what they always been doing. You know, every war that they had, they always had somebody implanted, into that country. They were born in the country, so they're implanted, and then that's how they cause the war. You know, they got to have somebody to cause the war to make it happen. So and the one thing they got to understand, that they profit whenever there's a war. These fucking psychopaths profit off the war. You know, creating missiles, creating shipping stuff. Every single fucking corporations is making money off of people, off death. They're making money off death, and it's funny they don't realize it's a ritual. You know, that's what wars are. It's a Luciferian ritual. I'm going to tell you fuckers out there, wars are Luciferian rituals. So when a fucking Christian shakes your hand, say thank you for service, thank you for your sacrifice. When they say thank you for your sacrifice, listen to those words. It's a ritual when they say that. And they don't realize that they're saying that. You know, they don't realize that it's part of the Luciferian ritual. That's what the wars does. You gotta fucking kill your young. You know, you have to kill. Mostly young people die when you join the war. So yeah, it's perfect for a ritual. You know, when all you young people give up your life to fight for your freedom, but it's really a ritual. You know. Yeah, there's a pattern here. You notice the fucking pattern? Exactly. You know? And then we got distractors. We got people who distract, people who veer off veer off on our path. You notice that? You notice that we always got distractors, we always got denialists, and we always got somebody trying to fucking changing the subject. You notice that? Yeah, they like to change the subject because you notice the pattern on that too. Let's change the subject, because we don't want to get into that. We don't want to go any further into it. If you notice, you know what I'm saying? You notice that they always like to do that shit. The dumbass motherfuckers who like to change the subjects, because you are a dumb motherfucker if you want to change my subject. I'm gonna keep saying, yeah, that's another thing that I'll bring up. The economy is nothing but a fraud, and everybody's playing with the frauds. And then we got frauds everywhere, that wants to change the subject because they don't want us to think beyond what they think. They want us to keep us suppressed and be dummies and stay stupid. That's why they change the subject. Understand my meaning? You understand my meaning? Changing the subject? Yeah, it's a typical greedy gold digging way. You know, Greedy gold diggers, they love changing the subject. They love distracting, you know? I understand now. I do understand how you fuckers. I know how you guys are now. I know how you greedy gold diggers are now. Exactly what you are. Exactly how you're doing things. I know. It's like you guys want to. We have to live in your fucking la land. Like I said, we have to live in your fantasy land. We don't. Some of us, some of my friends here that I got in Gnostic, Florida, Ilona. You know, we don't want to be like you. We want nothing to do. We want nothing to be like you. We just want to live a nice life, just like everybody else. We want to live a nice life where you don't have to fucking be a debt slave. You know. What's wrong about fighting against debt? What is wrong about fighting against debt? Fighting against the greedy gold digger. What is wrong about fighting against the greedy gold diggers who run our lives? What's wrong with me opening my mouth? You know, what's wrong? So what's wrong with you? I'm asking a question. What's wrong with you? You know, is there something? Have you lost your head? To believe in this bullshit. Have you lost your fucking mind to believe in this fucking bull crap? These liars, the liars of life. That's what they are. They are the liars of life, and they like to keep the lies going. You know. That's the way it works, that they like to keep the lies going and they like to distract you. They like to do all kinds of shit so you don't say anything bad against them. That's one thing I notice about greedy gold diggers. They don't want to hear the shit that I say. They're willing to walk away because they want to live in their land where they want to keep everybody a slave to their greed. So yeah, I'm here to fucking expose you, greedy gold diggers. You know, that's what I'm here for. That's my job, is to expose your fucking ass. Whether you don't like, if you don't like what I say, you don't like what my friends say, then you're going to see more of a. We're going to keep talking about you. That's the whole objective. We're going to keep talking about you. You know, you're nothing but a fraud, greedy gold diggers. You're nothing but a fraud, and you're so selfish. I mean, that's what you are. You're very selfish, self-serving, and you just like to lie. That's all you do is lie, and that's all you're gonna be is a liar. In this fucking fake economy that we live in, this fucking fake economy that we live in is nothing but a big, huge scam. That's all it is. It's a fucking scam. And I don't want. I'm set in my. One thing you understand about me, I'm set in my ways. I don't change. I'm set in my ways. All I'm doing is doing my time in your fucking greedy gold digging ways. See, that's the only thing I'm doing in this world. I'm doing my time in this greedy gold digging ways. I'm doing my time in prison because that's what it is. We're treated like prisoners. Poor people are treated like prisoners in this world because of the greedy gold diggers. That's the real truth. And you can see that when you see the cops. When you look at the cops, how they mistreat people who don't have money, then you know that you are a prisoner. Then you know that you are a prisoner. If you see the aggressions of the cops, look at the aggressions of the cops. Look how aggressive they are. Then you're not really you're not really free if you have that you have aggressive cops. Funny, yeah, like I said, cops, they defend corporation. Corporate people made the laws. They defend the corporate laws because the ones in the politics are all corporations. Everybody in politics are all corporations. Lawyers, doctors, if you notice that. So yeah, they're the ones creating the law. So basically, cops are defending the greedy gold diggers. That's what they are. They're just poor motherfuckers. Cops are poor dumb motherfuckers. I'm sorry to say to you cops out there, you're nothing but poor dumb motherfuckers that defends corporate greed. That's the truth. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth. That's what cops do. They don't hesitate to shoot you because you don't have money. It's funny. My friend Steve brought up a great video. A white guy fucking shooting black guys. Just shoot them because it was funny. Funny about this video that he gave me. I'll show you the video. I'll show you something. Let's see what I'll show you this video my stem, and it's like it's exactly right what he sent it to me. Sorry, I can't post videos. Oh, wait a minute. This is a funny video. I like this.
Because I got a pop signal. Oh, rats. Whoa. Watch out! That black guy's got a gun. He's gonna steal your banana. What? Go. You're gonna have to leave the area. There's been a disturbance. Go. For your safety, sir. Go now, please. Okay, go. Keep going. They're buzzing us! I mean, it was like, a holiday for people having guns. God damn it! Man's on a wall pad! Who's responsible for this mess? I'm sorry, Chief. It was me. God! God damn it! Coffee cup. My bad. Anyway, the last 7 came out of nowhere.
So yeah, you see this, see what I mean? That they like cover up shit, They like to cover up a lot of shit in this world. They want to make themselves look like they're innocent. I'm innocent. I'm innocent of this. I'm innocent of that. That's why they created the justice system. The justice system is basically they're allowed to get away with a lot of shit. That's what the justice system's for. They're allowed to get away with a lot of shit. That's why they created it. It's not really justice. Fuck the police. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. let me see Gnostic's video. Hopefully I can. Hopefully I don't get out. If I do get out of it, there it is. Oh yeah, yeah. If I play your video, Gnostic, I'll know. I'll copy it off. Okay, I copied and pasted, so I'll watch it later. Yeah, okay, the Victor intro. I remember that one. I have to write it down. Victor intro. Nikki Victor, huh? Okay, I'll check them out. Nikki Victor. Okay, I'll check them out. Yeah, I can't just go. It's funny. I can't on this YouTube. I can't just go. I can't just watch your video. I have to leave my live chat to watch your video. And it's a pain in the butt to go back. You know. Oh well, wait a minute. Unless I go to another YouTube. Okay, what? The future journey to the end times. Time lapse of the future. That's the one you want me to see? Victor intro. Intro Victor YouTube April 20th. 2017. 11. There's 11 seconds on this one. Oh, okay. It's the one published 2012. Okay. I got the time lapse. I'll turn the volume down. Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence. What does the future look like? How will the universe meet its end? You may never be truly certain, but science has begun to paint a stunning picture. Let's take a journey to the end of the times. Oh yeah, overpopulation. Yeah, the water drains, water evaporation, earthquakes. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, there's the ring. No- oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I turn the volume off when I'm watching the one with the planet. I'm watching the time lapse of the future. Yeah, it's like having it's like having a black hole here. Black holes can form anywhere. Like just like a planet-sized meteorite can hit our planet. It's like we can be here and gone. But the only thing you got to realize that our energetic self, the planet can be gone, but the energetic self of us is never gone. We're always going to be fucking relocated to another planet, another place, and another life, another type of being that we are. Because we always end up somewhere. It's like for me, me being Palladian, me being this other being from another planet. Yeah, I can. It's like our planet come and go. I mean, our planet does come and go, but sometimes you can maintain the balance of the planet. You can make the planet can live more than billions of years if you maintain it. If you maintain, if you balance it, you can make the planet last for a long time. But the only anomaly for that is asteroids. An asteroid might come and ruin everything all at one time, might kill everybody off the planet. You know, so yeah, you can't stop. Sometimes you can't stop it, and sometimes it's artificial too, because there are beings out there that can create use asteroids as a weapon. You know, it's like sometimes they use asteroids as a weapon because I found out the asteroid that hit Earth was some being out there that it was not is not natural. It was not a natural asteroid. They just happened to throw it at Earth. Yeah, everything can be controlled, but but at the same time, you can maintain the balance of this world. Yeah. Only thing that would be like a black hole or an asteroid or something, some kind of anomaly, or some kind of things that we don't understand that can change the face of the planet and everything that we do. Like the sun. The sun's solar wave that's coming, because it's like the sun itself has its own personality. One thing you got to realize that these planets have a soul, not like a soul. These planets are living. The only thing about these planets that they don't move. That these planets do not move. But there are planet-sized ships out there. There are ships that are size of planets, and they're controlled and they're moved, and they go with the flow with the galaxy. There are planet-sized ships out there. So it's like, yeah, we might end up. Humanity might end up on a planet-sized ship. going on a tour, going anywhere, if it comes down to that, where this planet is going to die. This planet does die. I'm going to tell you that this planet does die, just like human beings do die. You're gonna know that when this planet dies, because your body's gonna go with it. Your body's gonna go with it, because the planet. If the planet, that's the one thing I kind of realized, that your body goes with the planet, because your body is part of this planet. I'm gonna tell you guys out there, your body is part of this planet. It's that's why I'm trying to keep you guys. That's why I want you to find a way to balance the planet, so you can maintain balance to maintain the body. It's like if you don't if you let this planet go, your body goes with it. I think you let your body. Yeah, it's like that's why I'd rather be an energetic being, so I don't have to worry about dying. You know. Yeah, it's our thoughts. Our when human beings, when we're all together as a collective, we this is all from our thoughts. Everything about this reality that we are living in is all from our thoughts. And the only thing different about this reality is you got somebody on top of the pyramid controlling our thoughts. So they're making us manifest this reality. So I'm trying to persuade you guys, stop listening to the people on top of the fucking pyramid, and then you can create your own reality without them. That's the whole objective. What I'm supposed to do is I'm trying to persuade you guys to change and make your thoughts manifest this world and what you want it to be. Where you have to have balance. You have to have clean water. You have to have, since these bodies consume, you got to maintain balance when you're consuming. You have to somehow give back when you consume. When you take, like you said, when you take, you have to give back. If you don't give back, then the planet, if you can't take care of the planet's not going to take care of you. I can tell you that for a fact. The planet's not going to take care of you. Even though she's the one who gave you your body. I realize that she gave us our body. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in this reality. It wasn't for Gaia. For this planet. Because your planet is part of this reality. And yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to change your thought program. I'm trying to reprogram you guys. Since some of you guys, some of the people I chat with, some of my friends here, it's like they are reprogrammed. They're aware what's going on around them. They're aware of that. That's why I can see the reprogramming in them, the way they talk, especially Gnostic and Florida. Florida is like, whoa, and Ilona, So yeah, I'm just reprogramming you. I'm just reprogramming where you don't need to rely on these greedy ass motherfuckers. Because the greedy ass motherfuckers, they base their life on a pyramidic system. That's what the greedy ass motherfuckers, the greedy gold diggers, their life is based on a pyramid system. That's why they created a law so it's for a common person like us who can't have the the pyramidic system, because they don't want you to have it, because they're willing to sue you because you're making a system that's it's another control system. They don't want two control systems on this world. They do not want two control systems on this world. So that's why they created a law for it. They created a law that you can't do a pyramidic system. Because there's only one pyramidic system on this world, and it shows you how ignorant you really are. If they created a law for it, then yeah, talk about the wealth. If you created another, so it goes. If you have two pyramidic systems going at the same time, there's conflict. There's always going to be conflict if you create two pyramidic systems. So because they got their own system completely. Yeah, it's good to honestly, it's good to expand your learning. That's what I do. I mean, I'm not college educated, but it's like yeah, I like to I like to I like to see the world for what it is. And I'm not the smartest person. I'm telling you, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I just do things based on my work. That's it. I do everything based on my job and based what I hear during my lifetime. I'm gonna tell you guys that's where I got all my information is coming from my life that I work as a fucking as a truck driver, living as a truck driver, living in housing, and it's like your experience. Your most of your experience is out here. That's where you learn. And then for me, it's kind of weird because during my jobs, I used to question a lot, and during my jobs, and say, how do they do this? How do they do that? What makes them do this? Why is their attitude like this? Because I see, so on my second job, when I was hauling container, I saw my boss's attitude. He's a big old fat guy. My boss was big and fat, right? And I decided to walk away from my fucking job. I decided to walk away because I got tired of him pushing my ass to my limit. And I was getting paid dirt cheap. I mean, I was getting paid dirt cheap in that fucking company, you know? And when I walked away for like 2 or 3 days, and then I said, okay, I decided to go back and get my stuff out of the truck. I decided to get my stuff out of the truck, and the first thing my boss says, "Where the fuck you been?" This is what my boss said. "Where the fuck you been?" You know, it's like, yeah, I deliver all my loads on time. I deliver everything. I just got fed up with the fucking dispatchers. I got fed up with the boss itself and his son. I couldn't stand his son either. His son was a fucking, he was a college degree motherfucker. He was a dispatcher. And I couldn't stand his fucking ass. And then he tried to persuade me to stay in the fucking company. My big boss in my job, it was during the 90s. My big boss, persuaded me to stay in his company. It's weird about it. It's like I end up going back into the truck. I end up going back driving for him because I told him how I felt about about how I felt like I was been you're pushing me too damn fucking hard. And you're giving me impossible times to get up there. It's like every time he gave me a run, like here to New York. Here to New York, and you say, when do you want me to be there? One day. Like back then I wasn't good at driving truck. He wanted to be me there one day. He wanted to be there, me go from Charleston, South Carolina, all the way up to New York in one day. That's over 11 hours. Just to get to Maryland is 11 hours. Just to get to the Baltimore, it's 11 hours. Okay. But instead, he wants me to keep driving all. That means I have to leave once I get dispatched. I have to leave right now. I have to leave now. Then be there tomorrow morning. So yeah, it's like that it's like talk about these cold. They're nothing but cold ass motherfuckers. Every single one, every job that I've been working for, they're nothing but cold ass motherfuckers who pushes your limits. They want to push your limit, and you wonder why I'm so tired. You wonder why I'm so fucking tired when they push you limits, like they do that in other job. Like I said, there's another job. I was under electronic log, right? And I have 70 hours in my electronic log. I have 70 hours that I can use for the whole week. This company made me use every single hour that I drove with them. They made me use every single hour. It's like I use my 70, and then the next day I have like 3 hours left, so I can drive like 2 hours, and then the next day, then I can drive like 8. So they kind of like the way they did it, that we call it we could take our logs and we can constantly run constantly. I run constantly one time 2 months on an electronic log. I run constantly 2 months on electric line because we can overlap. We can take the time from 7 days ago and then it comes forward. So yeah. So you talk about they run you hard in fucking driving. They run you hard. They make you use up. They make you use up your time. I use up every fucking time that I have driving. I usually sometimes have 1 or 2 hours at the end, and then the next day my fucking my fucking 10-hour catch up, and then I end up having 12 hours, and then the next day I have another 11 hours to catch up, and I have fucking like 13 hours. So I've done that. I've done that for 2 months straight. I drove 2 months straight one time, working through the weekends. Even though I worked 2 or 3 hours that day, that means I'm still working, and then the rest of the day I just sit on my ass. But that's what my companies did. They push you to your limit. I mean, these cold-hearted motherfuckers, they push you to your limits till you break. That's the whole objective, is to break you. That's all they do. This break you. That's what they do in production. When you see production, it's like they'll push your body to your limits. And the one thing I hate about the person behind the desk, the one person, the way I hate that person behind the desk, because he doesn't have to do that shit. The person behind the desk doesn't have to do that shit because they have the college degree. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just tired. I'm burnt out right now. I'm so burnt. It's funny. I'm gonna be 50 next year, and I'm burnt out. And I've been working since the day I got out of high school. Since 1998. Since 1998. I've been. I have month breaks in between, but it just my body is starting to give out on me. It's like there's no leeway. It's funny. I hate seeing a 70-year-old truck driver. I don't want to be the 70-year-old truck driver. I don't want to be the fucking 70. I mean, I saw this truck driver. He was 75 years old. 75 years old to drive a truck. I don't want to be the 75-year-old truck driver. That means I have 25 more years left to drive, and I'm already done 25 years. I've done drive 25 fucking years. Now I gotta drive another 25 fucking years. I don't want to be the 75-year-old driver. That's why I make these fucking videos. That's why I make these fucking videos speaking out these greedy gold diggers, because I don't want to. I'm just sick and tired of these fucking abusers, because that's what they are. They are these corporate people. They are abusers. That's what they do. They abuse you. The law abuses you. The fucking job abuses you. The bill collectors, they abuse you. These guys are abusers. These guys don't have no fucking guilt or compassion for nobody. That's one thing I hated. It's like somebody needs to open their fucking mouth. So if no one else is gonna open their fucking mouth, I am. I'm gonna open my fucking mouth, and I'm gonna tell it like it is. That's what it is. And I'm sick and tired of the rich assholes. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sick and tired of the rich assholes running my life. I'm sick of these fucking people behind the desk running my life, telling me how to drive how to do my job. I'm sick of the guy behind the desk telling me how to do my job, how to drive a truck. You know what I say? Put that guy behind the desk behind the truck. That's what I say. Put the guy behind the desk driving a truck. Let him go out there and obey his own fucking rules that he created. I'm sick of this fucking shit. I'm sick of these fucking people playing with my fucking life. My life is there. It's funny. I don't have a life. I have to depend on these greedy ass gold diggers. I have to depend on these greedy ass gold diggers. I have to fucking believe in this fucking fake economy bullshit. That's one thing I can't stand. These fucking cold-hearted fuckers out here. I can't stand these cold-hearted fuckers because that's what they are. That's why they have people. That's why these have people who distract us. You know, that's why they have. That's what is funny. That's what fucking. That's what I realize. That's what fucking trolls are good for. Trolls are great. Trolls are the biggest distractors, of life. Trolls are the dumbest fuckers of life. That's what they are. They're the dumbest fucking shit, and all they do is distract us. All they do is make us not. They don't want us to speak out. They don't want to speak out against these people behind the fucking desk. It's funny. I don't. It's fun. Some part of me says I don't give a fuck if they fire me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if they fire me. I don't give a fuck if they fucking fuck with me because that's what they did. They do. They just want to fuck with me because I'm kind of like triggering them because I'm telling you that everything around me is nothing but a scam. Yeah, it is actually. It is a lot easier with it. That's why I don't have family. It's way easier because it is less pressuring. If you have a family, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but if you have a family, it's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. That's the reason why I don't have family because I don't want any more pressure. But I have Ilona. You know, I have Ilona. Yeah, yeah. I like Florida. I like Freedom, Florida. He's pretty cool. He's pretty he's pretty open. You know. Oh yeah, I'm not working today. I'm not working today, so it's a good thing. You know. Even though I'm gonna be, I don't care if I am struggling. What's funny? I don't care if I am struggling anymore. It's like it's like, but I hate it. I hate struggling. You know. And then to a greedy gold digger, they say it's healthy to struggle. To a greedy gold digger, they say it's healthy to struggle because it's normal. Let's say fuck you. That's all I say. I say fuck you. You know. Yeah. Yeah. That's a long chat. Yeah, I can see that. And Gnostic is like, I don't know. Gnostic. I'm impressed by Gnostic. He's very smart. Yeah. Yeah. They call me the free thinker, but I'm not really. Well, they call me a free thinker because I am technically a free thinker, but it's like I'm not really free. That's one thing I tell these fucking people who say about free thinking. It's like you're not really technically free in this world because they only like you to talk as they only like you to talk so much, especially when it comes to free thinking. They only limit you sometimes. And then if you do speak freely, then they put you on a list. You're on the terrorist list. I think I am on the terrorist list. Because I'm threatening corporations. I feel like I am on their terrorist list, threatening corporations, threatening government. It's like they don't want you to speak out against them. They don't want you to speak out against this. I look at the subscribers I have. It's like so. Yeah, I'm not a threat to them. I realize since I only have like 254 subscribers. Yeah, 254 subscribers. Like I'm not a threat to them. You know. But if I had like 1 million subscriber, then I would be a threat to these fucking people because they don't want me to spread the influence. You know. Because right now, me being 255, yeah, I'm not a threat. You know. So in a way, it's like, yeah, I have I have my own freedom to speak, but I'm not a threat to them. You know, imagine a million subscribers, they would shut me down because I'd be too much of an influence if I had a million subscriber. You know, but I know that will never happen because majority of the people in this world they're so focused on sheeps. You know, there's I look at the food YouTube. You know, Mark Wiens. I watch Mark Wiens show a lot. He has over just for doing food. That's all he does. He go around the world. He's going around the world. You know, just doing food, and he's got like 4.7 million people. You know, but anything with politics, I realize anything with politics and anything that has to do with corporations, like, yeah, they want nothing to do with you. They don't want nothing to do with somebody like me to speak out, who speaks out against them, you know? Yeah, worship. Why do you need a worship? I don't know what kind of you don't need a fucking worship. No one should bow down. I believe that no one should bow down to nobody, you know? Why should you get on your knees for a ruthless God? One thing I don't get about these religious nutbags, their God is the God that they believe in is a fucking slave. It made humanity a slave. You know, what kind of fucking sick God would make humanity a slave and pay to live? That's got to be a fucking sick fucking God that make you fucking pay to live. So you're a slave. Basically, you're a slave to this God, whatever this God is to me, it's an alien being. You're a slave to this alien being. That's all you are, you know? Huh. Enslavement. Yeah. Yeah, I seen weird shit. Like I said, I posted some of them. I posted some of the clouds I look at. Yeah. Yeah, Luciferian. Oh yeah. Florida. God damn, Florida, you know more than what you know exactly what I know. That's good. I'm glad. Yeah. Yeah, one I know one is Luciferian. The ones that this whole world is Luciferian based, so it's actually Lucifer. He's the one. Or I found out this is what I know. Lucifer went to this forbidden zone out in space. There's a forbidden zone. So I'm assuming his first density, I'm assuming his first density that he went into. Okay, I think he went in there with somebody else, but he went in there and he went crazy because he couldn't handle, and somehow he survived because whatever's in the place that he was not really. I mean, it was pretty negative to go in this place, the Forbidden Zone. See, I'm curious. I want to go to the Forbidden Zone. Not as a physical being, but as an energetic being. I want to go to the Forbidden Zone because it said it in his physical form. And Lucifer was in his physical form, right? And he went in there, and he came back crazy. He came back nuts, And then Queen Orion knew that he went in there. The Queen Orion knew that he went in there. So Lucifer came here and started to fucking take over this planet. Started changing the planet. Started changing everything in this world, just the DNA and all that shit. And then he kind of like disguised himself So everybody look at him like he's he's like the god, because when you're primitive, if you think, if you look at yourself as a primitive being and you see this person that can do all kinds of weird shit, and then you realize that, yeah, we gotta bow down to you, and then yeah, because his influence in this planet is because of him, because everybody else was influenced by him, because the way he was a perfect Orion being. Orions were kind of humanoid. Orions were a humanoid like us, some kind of way. I don't know, or reptilian, either reptilian or humanoid. I don't know, because they could shapeshift and all that shit, you know. So yeah, kind of like our influence is from this one person. Our influence is because of what. That's why this whole world is so negative, because this one person went through the forbidden zone, wherever that place is. I don't know. Some part of me says I know where it's at, but I don't know exactly where it's at. But I think I know where he went. My thing is, I think he went to the first density. That's because that's the only place that has kind of like, you cannot go in there because no one can handle going in there because it's really kind of crazy. You know. So his first density is really, it's the beginning of life actually, and then somehow you go to second, third density, and all that shit, according to what I know. But I don't know. I don't know the whole story yet. I'm still trying to put the stories together on how humanity. Only thing I know about this world is this world used to be androgynous. That's one thing I know about this world. It used to be androgynous before it became masculine, because it was both in this world. You know, and somehow it kind of like somebody had been fucking with, like, now you got all these beings that come here, and now we're one big huge experiment. So they fuck with our DNA, and then now it's like, and it's the story got, ever since I saw Corey Good, right, and then my story got more wider. I start to see a little bit more now, then when I heard this one being wants to fucking stake their claim on us. They want to stake their claim on us. They want us to worship them, these beings, because part of their DNA is in us. And I say fuck you to all the beings who wants to fucking wants to control us. I say fuck you. Because originally your gods were all fucking alien beings. That's what they are. That's why, according, when you go to Jordan Maxwell, Jordan Maxwell is pretty. I like Jordan Maxwell. I listen to a lot of Jordan Maxwell stuff, and according to Jordan Maxwell, it's like humanity had choices of all these different alien beings from different parts of the galaxy to be their gods, to be their fucking gods. So humanity must have chose Lucifer, because that's the only thing I could think of. Humanity must have chose Lucifer. But you got the Indian people; they had more than one gods, so they had more than one choice. They had more than one choice of all these different alien gods. So that's why they have these different sects, the different beliefs in India. Because they're all based on many different other alien beings, the blue alien beings, the half animal ones. It's like, yeah, this it's like, yeah, they had so many. India has so many different alien beings they worship there, because they go according to, for each alien beings, according to their customs. Now I kind of realize that, they have the sect bullshit. Talk about segregation there in India, on you if your parents was a shit picker upper, then that's what you're going to be educated to be, a shit picker. It's like it's so fucked up the way these alien beings have fucked up our fucking planet. That's what they did. They fucked up our planet, and we all became so fucked up human beings. Yeah. God, Gnostic, you're like very educated. Yeah, I notice you're very educated. Yeah, I'm kind of like you, Gnostic. I like to watch and learn, and figure out the process. Even though because I see things by looking. I can't read it, but I can see it. Yeah, it's like when you wake up. It's funny when you wake up and you see everything and how everything is, how people are, how the system works. You become more. You expand your mind more. I realize that the more you learn this place, the more you learn this reality, your mind is more expanded and things change. And then you'll get a lot of shock. I mean, you will be shocked on a lot of things. Because that's kind of like for me, for the 25 years I've been shocked. Shocking is part of the change. When you're shocked, it's part of the change. When you face this reality for what it is, that's it. That's when you face the reality for what it is, and then you learn from it, and you find a way to fix it. The next part is fixing the reality that we live in. That's the next part. And then you find, and then when you feel like you're in tuned, usually the planet and you should be in tuned together. You know, and then you really see things. Then I think you really see things. Right now, I've been seeing shit. I've been seeing a lot of things. I don't know how to describe what I see, and people will think I'm crazy anyways. I know the planet's talking to me. I know the clouds out there. Today when I was putting bags on my bike, I saw a dragon. There was a dragon right there looking at me, and all of a sudden it blinked. I mean, it was blinking its eye while I was putting the bag on my bike, the saddle on my bike. And it's like, and then I noticed they're watching me, even though people think I'm crazy, but I noticed they're watching me. So it's like you got to question your reality. It's funny about people who think this is normal, but in reality, it's like I see things up there and I can't believe I see. And sometimes I feel like I can manifest things, and I don't realize I'm manifesting them. I don't realize it. I don't know if it's me manifesting or somebody out there fucking manifesting. Because on my Facebook, I have a dragon. A dragon. I have a clear dragon in the clouds. So yeah, I'm being communicated in a different way because I can't see through my head right now. I'm so fucking stressed. I'm so stressed out, and it's hard for me to concentrate. And then the only thing I can see is the clouds. The communication for me is the clouds. That's my communication. Even though people think I'm fucking crazy. You know, and it's like people don't see. It's like when I take these cloud. One thing I do when I take these cloud pictures, right, and I make people watch it, and I notice that I could tell the difference between who's not awake and who's awake when I take the clouds. When I take a picture of these clouds, and sometimes they're very clear and you can see them very distinct. I can tell who's awake and who's not awake because of the clouds. Because in a way you got to have an artist mind. An artistic mind. I go on to what you call it. I go on ViewBug. I have a couple pictures on ViewBugs, and I was trying to see if people actually see all the artists who actually see my picture, just to be honest, see if I'm not crazy or not. I always like to. For me, I like a second opinion. That's one thing they don't understand about me. Like, yeah, I'm kind of like atheists. Oh, I am. Originally, I am atheist, but it's like I like a second opinion on what I see. So then I'd like to confirm, like I call it confirmation. That's one thing they don't understand about me. I like confirmation whether this works or it doesn't work. So yeah, some things I do it works, and some things I do it doesn't work. And then taking these pictures of these clouds and the way I see these clouds and the way I feel like that I call it Big Blue. I'm telling you guys, Big Blue is communicating with me outside. It's the whole planet. It's the blue orb. This blue orb from the ninth density that's been communicating with me. Been showing pictures. I mean, I had a picture of the avian. I thought it was two dragons at first, but now I saw it was an avian, and the sun sending a solar flare. I posted it on YouTube. It was actually an avian. It wasn't two dragon. It was an avian. And I see the sun doing the solar flare, and it shows you the waves. And it's weird. And it's like it's doing it in front of my fucking house. I mean, it's doing it. These images are wherever I go. These images goes with me. Wherever they go with me. Then people will think I'm fucking crazy because I see this shit, and people don't want to hear that shit. About what is real. The question I have to ask you is what is fucking real. What it's like. What's ever out there is communicating with me. It's funny. I had the alien face. I'm going to tell you guys, I had an alien face. And I was in Virginia when I saw this alien face. I mean, this it was a cloud. I was watching the alien face being formed in front of me while I'm driving. And I saw where the cloud was. It was right in the back.